Sup, it's Hallie. Welcome back to Club Meetings Season 3. When we last left off, we were just getting started. We did like the first episode and they were at the club and they had another botched festival because of course they did. And let's see, episode 26. MC and Sayori reflect on relationship growth. Yuri experiments, nothing at all is wrong. I'm sure that statement is true. Smile like the skull you'll be. What? Awake. I'm still not used to how warm it is in the bed with Sayori here. Sayori's shifting a little bit. Is she awake? I still get so nervous being next to her. It's silly. She seems restless or uneasy. I tend to hold her close. Maybe even if she's all asleep, it'll help her feel better. She seems happier. Maybe she was having a bad dream. Oh, were you awake?
Sort of.
Sorry, Blonde, didn't mean to wake you.
That's okay, handsome boy. I can't think of a better way to wake up. How long until we have to go?
Hour and a half or so.
I'm hungry.
You want to get up?
Yeah,
Can I make you something?
I think I'll just have some miso.
Oh, good idea. I'll be right down behind you after I get dressed.
Speaking of getting dressed, can I get some privacy?
Oh, yeah.
I know it seems kind of silly, but I still get embarrassed.
You don't need to explain it at all. I totally understand. I also get embarrassed still.
I know.
Don't say it like that.
But you're so cute.
I'm glad you're really regular about getting up early now.
Yeah, me too. It's a lot less stressful than having to run around and do everything last minute. Much more relaxing.
Definitely. Maybe...
Oh, there's no maybe about it. It's definitely less stressful.
Oh, sorry, that's not what I meant. I was just trailing off on another thought.
What was it?
Oh, well, I was just thinking. It's been a while since you've started treatment for your depression, right? Maybe this is like being better?
I don't know. I don't really think there is totally better, like I'm cured.
No, I know that, but better. Like, not as bad as before.
In some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. Like, I definitely get hit with it less often than I used to now. I have a lot more time where I get a chance to feel good about things, like right now. And even when things are bad, I have sort of a different perspective on it now, I guess. Like, I'm able to be a little objective and recognize them having an attack. But it doesn't hurt any less when it happens. It's still so bad. It hurts so much and I feel so stupid. I still want to do anything to make it stop, and I still feel like the urge to kill myself. So in some ways it's not as bad as before, but in some ways it is. I don't think I have the power to just make my depression go away. I'm not sure I ever will. I'm sorry if I brought the mood down again.
You never bring the mood down, Cinnamon Bun. It's okay that you have your problem. It's just like having a leg that doesn't work right some of the time or something. Only for you, it's your depression. If you had a bad leg, I'd still be here when your leg hurt, and I'd help you reach high things. And I'll still be here when you feel awful and depressed. And I will be here to share your happy times too, I hope. I love you. And it doesn't matter to me how you are. I love you all the time, however you feel.
I love you too, MC. I'm so glad we're together. Wait, where did I leave my jacket and vest?
They're hanging on the chair you're in.
You're right! I think I'm ready to go now, Ben. So, how about you?
Yeah, let me finish this water and then we can get walking. You sure you don't need anything from your house?
Yeah, I'm ready.
She's humming to herself. It's still hard to believe that this girl is profoundly, awfully depressed so much of the time. And it's really hard to accept that there's nothing I can do to just take it away. It's worse because I feel like I have to. Something inside me just constantly screams to make it better, fix it. And I just can't. I wish it were something I could just make better. Even if it were really difficult or painful for me, I would do it. It would be easier than this awful feeling of helplessness. At the very least, I avoid showing that I feel bad because of it. She would hate that. So, did you watch the video for physics?
Yeah, it was weird.
Super weird. Do you have any idea what the answer is?
Not really. At first I thought, oh, well, usually balloons go up even though they should go down. So if they're in a car and you slam on the brakes, maybe they go back even though they should go forward. They just do the opposite of what everything else does.
Yeah, but there's got to be a reason for that. Why is it that balloons float normally?
Well, usually they have some kind of weird gas in them that makes them float. You can't fill them with just normal air or they'll fall.
Yeah, but like, why? Man, I feel dumb not knowing this. It's because some gases are lighter than others.
They float, right? Like how stuff can float on water.
But there's nothing for it to float on.
Well, there's air, I guess. But yeah, I don't know how you float on air.
It probably has something to do with how you have to fill it with helium or whatever.
Yeah, like ice is less dense than water, so it floats. And helium is less dense than air, so it floats.
That's right, I remember now. Except, wouldn't that just make the balloons go up in the air? Why would that make them go forward instead of backwards?
I guess we'd have to know why things float in general.
Because they're lighter, right?
I mean, not necessarily though, right? Icebergs are really huge and massive, and even if you put them in water that weighs less than the iceberg, they float.
But it's less dense, right? Like the same volume of ice weighs less than the same volume of water.
Yeah, so helium must be less dense than air.
Yes, that makes sense. I remember from Miss Ida's class that it's a really small element, number 2.
Yeah, but why do less dense things float?
I remember the teacher saying something about gravity pulling harder relatively on more dense things. Or perhaps denser things. So like gravity pulls the air harder than the helium, and so the air gets sucked under the helium and pushes the helium up. So maybe something like that is happening in the car.
Yeah, I think that's it. The air all goes to the front when the car brakes, and it pushes back the balloons with helium because the air is being forced to the front more than the balloons are. So if you took out all the air, the balloons would go to the front, but with the air in, they go to the back.
Hey, look at us, we're smart! Or at least we can sound that way during class today.
Yeah, between us we're like one whole smart person.
Another reason why we need to stay together forever.
Adorable as always.
Oh, hi Yuri, I didn't notice you there.
People rarely do. Talking about anything interesting.
Physics!
We just figured out why balloons go backwards in a braking car.
Ah yes, they're less dense than the air in the car, and thus the false inertial force pulls the air in front of the balloons.
Yeah, because we didn't say it all smart like that.
It does not matter how smart you say it. If you understand the idea, you are quite as intelligent with regard to it as anyone else.
Yuri always works hard to make sure everyone knows she doesn't consider herself superior. She is smarter than others, and she knows that can be threatening. Fortunately, she's really nice about it. Definitely nicer than she used to be, especially to Natsuki.
Well, that's not Yuri.
Nothing too important. I was just going to say that it's probably about time for us to get moving again.
Yeah, we definitely need to get a move on.
Yeah, so we figured it out.
Well, reasons. Although I'm surprised that the teacher didn't just tell you directly.
Yeah, I think it was just a little puzzle. He just wanted us to figure it out on our own.
Ugh, I hate it when teachers do that. It makes much more sense just to describe the idea you're trying to teach directly. Having your students attempt to reinvent the idea from first principles is a waste of time.
I guess it helps you to have a more comprehensive understanding of the subject than if you just get a specific fact.
I suppose that's true. Just not the way I learn, I suppose. Anyway, why don't you two walk ahead for a bit and get some privacy? Ali is here and there's something I wanted to talk to them about.
Oh, sure. We'll see you in a bit then.
Hello, Hallie, and welcome back once again. I'm surprised you have time to spend so much time with us while still making your own mod. It's a time-consuming process, I would know. I had something I wanted to try with you if possible. I've been trying to understand as much as I can about the nature of the club presidency and why we are aware in the way we are. I don't know if it's because we're a released test environment, like in DDLC Plus, or something more eldritch, or who knows what. So far I've been trying to replicate many of the experiences that happen to the club president in the base game. But there's one thing that happens to them that I haven't yet been able to do myself. We currently use a sophisticated simulation engine designed on the aftermath of the incident that simulates us in our world even when the game is not running. It takes an immense amount of computing power, but that too was arranged when the world was reconstructed after the incident. That is, the world.bat system. You might see a file for it in your install, but inflating it won't do anything. The real version is not locally hosted. Anyway, before we had that engine, turning the game off apparently caused some kind of horrible data stream nightmare if you were club president. I am hoping that this data stream might yield some clues as to the nature of the self-awareness glitch, if it is in fact a glitch. In a moment, though not yet, I'm going to ask you to save the game and then turn it off for a moment, then come back. If you do that after I've temporarily disabled world.bat, then hopefully I should be able to see what things were like before the base game club president. Just a moment. There we are. Alright, go ahead and save right now, if you haven't already, and then quit the game or reload, and then move past me saying this. We'll see what happens.
Alright, I'll play along. And it looks like that little bitty thing there, that little bit she said about making a mod, was probably tied to me entering my name as Hallie, because they know I work on Take-Two. Well, even though I haven't for like almost 2 years at this point. Yay! Alright, I'll close this and open the thing, and we'll see how Yuri reacts. I'll get back to it eventually. There's an explanation post on subreddit about when I will restart again. The sooner of one of two things happening. It hurts a lot. I guess it hurt.
That was awful. I really can't deal with that much sensory input. It was horrible. Like 10,000 people scratching nails across a chalkboard while screaming. And all the while 100 differently colored flashlights are being spun before your eyes, right in front of your face. This was a foolish idea, perhaps. I'm not sure what I could learn from this, even if there was anything to learn. There's no way I'd be able to focus on anything in the midst of all that. That was terribly painful. Being subjected to that for more than 10 seconds would be worse than being stabbed in the heart. And I would know. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. Phew, glad that's done. At least I know now that nothing can really... At least I know now that nothing can really be learned from that experience. Or even if it could, I'm not sure I'd want to know whatever you could learn from it. Too much knowledge can be a dangerous thing. Well, I have a day to get to. At least I know there's nothing to be gained from that terrible experience now. Thanks for helping me out with it.
You're welcome, Yuri. I'll put you in the RAM anytime.
So he's not a high schooler anymore. No, he graduated last year. Huh, I don't remember him. Oh, he didn't go here. He went to some school across the street. How did you meet him? He works here now. You know the shoe store close by here? Oh yeah, he works there. Yeah, I was there shopping and we talked for a while and he really hit it off. I'm sure you'll be very happy together. He seems cool from what you said. So is this the last that we're going to see of you? Going to spend a bunch of time with your boyfriend now and leave your friends behind? God, you always have to be so overdramatic. No, of course not. I'll still be here plenty. He doesn't go to the school, obviously. Plus, I only see him once in a while. We're pretty busy. I was only kidding. Should I say it? Yeah, why shouldn't I? You weren't really kidding, though, were you, Iki? What? You really were worried that Yami was going to go away and not be here much anymore. No, But you didn't want to actually make it sound like you were worried, so you said you were kidding. It's cool, I get it. I don't like showing weakness either. But I think it's cool between us four, don't you? We've kind of been through a lot. And I don't feel like I need to pretend I'm completely cool and always have my shit together anymore with you guys. So for me anyway, I'm cool with it if we just want to be more like ourselves. And Ikuko, you were totally worried that Yami was going to leave us alone for her new boyfriend. I was not. It's okay, you don't have to admit it. We can be secret vulnerability friends. Natsuki, it's wonderful how you combine being so world-wise with being so funny. Yeah, well, let's not get too sappy. So, what's your next date? In a week, we're just gonna hang out at the park. But, I wanted to talk about something else related to him really quick. He has
A really cute single friend. Now, I know Hiroko is totally above such base things as romance. Well, how I'd put it, but for now, yes. And this guy's not going to be good enough for Ikuko. Probably. But I thought maybe this guy is poor single Natsuki's type.
You're mistaken.
How can it be, or how can you know he's not your type before you even know anything about him?
Not what I meant. But how do you know he is my type? Being my type isn't exactly a difficult thing, you know.
Maybe. But here, take a look at him. He's the one labeled Benjiro.
Alright, let's see him.
Here.
I see. He is quite the looker.
Right. What does he do? How old is he? He's 19. He graduated this past year. He's a college freshman now. So what do you say, Natsuki? You want his number?
Nah, he's super cute and seems nice, but I don't think I want his number.
Oh, really? I thought for sure he'd be attractive to you.
Well, he is attractive.
So, why don't you want his number? It's like I've always said, Natsuki's got her eyes on someone else. That's the only explanation. No matter how attractive the new person you show her, she'll only be thinking of her one true love.
Yeah, get it out of your system. It's just that there are very few people in this world cool enough for me to be interested in them.
Oh, I see. So this is what it's like for us to let our guards down and not try so hard all the time.
Totally, I never try hard.
Of course not. But hey, my boyfriend mentioned he wants to meet all you guys. Do you guys maybe want to do karaoke night, all of us in here? It feels like we should do more stuff outside of school. I'd certainly be interested. Yeah, I'm in. Natsuki?
Shoot, I really want to go. But tonight is a bad night.
I know your club doesn't run that long.
No, it doesn't. Just had other plans, so I can't really cancel. But I can definitely do tomorrow or the next day or the weekend if that's okay. I'd really like to go and hang out with you guys if possible. Just tonight, it's impossible.
Yeah, I think I could do tomorrow. Or what about you guys? I guess I can make it happen for Natsuki. Tomorrow's not a problem for me. Tomorrow it is then. Maybe 6:30 p.m. if we can convince our parents.
Yeah, I can probably do that.
See you guys then.